All right, hi, this is Doug at Rusted Wrench Garage. Well, we took the Camaro out Friday to test and tune. We ran 1040 at 128 miles an hour. Car just don't seem to be transferring the weight to the back, so we're going to do a little bit more work to it. So I put 2-inch drop spindles on it. I had a guy tell me that was the problem. So, man, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think using drop spindles hurts that on your launch, or does it not make a difference? I'm kind of new to the drop spindle thing, so kind of like to see what you guys comment on it. But we ordered a set of trick springs we're going to put on the front because right now we just still had the stock springs on it, and we want to see if we can get the front end to lift up, get a little more travel out of it, because I had like zero travel on this car. So we're going to I got one side apart here. As you can see, we've got the driver's side already apart, and we're going to do the passenger side here in a minute. But here's our old spindles. You can see where the shaft is right at the bottom. On our drop spindles, it sets up 2 inches, which gives it the drop spindle. And there's the old stock springs. So the way I'm figuring is with the drop spindles, maybe we're changing the center of gravity on the car, which we've lowered the rear end too. So we're going to try putting the trick springs in it and run it again and see what that'll do. And we got the mono-leaf Calvert springs on the back and the cow tracks. We got the Calvert 9-way adjustable shock. So if you guys have any suggestions, maybe if you've been through that, then put a comment in there, let me know. If you haven't been through it, then stay with us, because we're going to figure it out, and maybe that'll help you out. So let's get started on that other side. Okay, first, let's get this tire off. Okay, let me roll it over here out of the way. Pick up my lug nuts. Definitely don't want to lose them. All right, let me get you around here. We're going to all right. All right, first, I want to get this tie rod end off so I can move this thing around freely. It's got I don't know if you can see that, it's got a Carter key in it right here. We just need to get it bent out of the way. And it's kind of mangled up, so I'm probably going to have to force it out. That won't be any good when we go to put it back together. All right. We get a magnetic bowl. Hang on just a minute. So we put our nuts and bolts in so they don't get away from us and get lost. I don't know if y'all have any of these or not, but little magnetic bowls, you stick your stuff in there and it'll hold it. You can stick them to the car body. Whatever you want to do, you can get those things free at O'Reilly's. Well, or at least O'Reilly's I go to. Maybe they give them to me because I spend so much money there. So first, let's get this nut off of here. It may not break it. Look. There you go. So I've seen some guys just take a hammer and hit these, get them to pop loose. Haven't had much luck doing that. So we're going to use a pickle fork. Just kind of get her in there. can move this thing around pretty easy. So get you over here where you can kind of see what's going on. Get these get my brakes off. We don't have to compress that caliper too much because what we're doing. So I just put a screwdriver in there and give it a little pressure. That'll loosen it up. And we'll take these bolts out on the top. It's an Allen head bolt. Pull the top one out. The bottom one. Then we take this brake caliper, slide it off, and we'll just set it right up here in the frame there to hold it there. Okay. Now we're ready to go ahead and pull these Carter keys out. The little Carter key out of the lower ball joint. And I really put them things up when I put them in. I wasn't really planning on having to pull them out this soon because we just put these drop spindles in. And like I said, if you've had any, I don't know, I've read on some drag racing websites, a lot of people says that not to run drop spindles. It kills the travel. Some people say it doesn't. I don't know. We got them. So we're going to try it with them first. Now we got to get this Carter key out of the top. You probably won't be able to see this. So the way I'm seeing it, I could be wrong. Like I said, you guys don't slam me. I'm just I'm just learning too. So, but I think I don't see what the difference between putting drop spindles in or putting a shorter tire on it. What the difference would be. I understand you're changing the center of gravity, but like I said, this car was picking the front wheels up before, and we've lowered the rear end a little bit. Well, I mean, a little bit. We've lowered the rear end quite a bit. So I don't know. Let's pull that shock off of there. Then we're going to have to put a jack under it because we don't want anything slamming down, getting us hurt. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to lay down under here where I can get under here and see what's going on. This one here, the nut plate got messed up, so we put a nut and bolt in it, so it may give us a little bit of a hard time. We're going to try to work that out of there. Okay. We get it loose on the top. Those are 1/2 inch. In case you need to know, the top one's going to be a 9/16. But I got my brake caliper in the way. Let's move it over there. That shock off. The shock will just drop off right through the bottom. We've got some 90-10 shocks on it. I don't know. It seems, if you guys can see that, what brand that is. If you know anything about them, you might let me know, because I don't know nothing about them. I bought them off a guy off Facebook Marketplace. He said they was good. He said they worked, they'd fit. I took his word for it because, I mean, come on. People on Facebook Marketplace wouldn't lie to you, right? I mean, it's on the internet. It has to be true. Okay, as you see, we're going to put a jack underneath this lower A-frame. Because when we go to let this thing apart, we sure don't want anything cramming off there and getting somebody hurt. Now we can take our bolts out. I'm take my top one loose first. I'm gonna have to turn it that way. Okay, get that one broke loose. So, where your upper ball joint comes through that spindle, you want to go ahead and break that nut loose. I wouldn't take it all. I don't take it all the way off just yet. We don't know what's going to pop, but I get it pretty loose, ran back down to the end, but still threads to keep hold of it. And then I'm going to do the same with our bottom. Just kind of spin it up, and then we'll knock this top one loose first. And there again, we'll use the pickle fork. Now it didn't go in there far enough on the other one. Okay, I think we got it. He's taking that nut off. That was kind of a booger. I didn't trying to do it without ripping my little rubber boot up there, but well, that ship sailed. We ripped it. So I don't know right now if I can get another one or not. Make sure our jack's got the pressure on it. We don't want that flopping down just yet. Because guys, you want to be careful doing this. Those springs have got a lot of pressure on them. And you don't want it coming down and getting you. Okay, lift that. Okay. We got that one. Anyhow, we ripped that piece of rubber too. So we're not doing real well here. All right, I'm going to lower that jack just a hair. Okay. Get this nut off. You can take your drum and your rotor and everything off of there, but I just don't see a point in it. All right, let's lift this off of there. Set it over here on my bench. Okay. We're about there. Get all this stuff out of the way. This neck part's going to be a little sketchy. But that's really all we needed to take off of it. Now, we're going to lower this down. And try not to get hit by that spring. I'm going to put y'all over here. So, let's see what happens. I mean, heck, you may get hit by the spring. No, well, I wanted to go a little slower than that, but okay, you can see we've got it hanging on its own. Spring's still hanging in there. Now, you don't want to, okay, see? That's what I'm saying. That thing's spooky. Now, you don't want to reach in there with your hand and try to pull that out. I'm kind of a coward. So I've got a big cheater bar, and we're going to try to work that thing out from me being way back over there. You're closer to it than I am. Let's see if we can pop that thing right out of there. And there she came. Okay. We got the spring out. So, got one more thing to show you. So we got the spring out. Now, I just put new bushings and stuff in these lower A-arms. And you can see they're kind of stiff. So what I did on the other side is I loosened the bolts a little bit. And now I got it to where they're not too loose. I mean, they're not going to fall out, but the weight of this will actually let it drop down. And we don't want anything binding because we want this car, the front end, to come up. So we're going to try loosening this side up too a little bit. And see if we can accomplish that goal, because we want everything moving freely. There's that side, and I'm hoping this side will do the same thing. If it will, I'll be excited. So I didn't know at the time, I got these pretty tight. I was talking to a chassis guy, and this is what he recommended. So see now, see the difference? Before it would stay up on its own. Now it's got freedom. Now I want to make sure that I didn't get those too loose. They got lock nuts on there. So yeah, you guys ain't gonna have to worry about them falling out. But you want stuff moving freely. You know, you don't want anything wedging it, binding it up. So it helps pick up the front of the car. Yes, we're still good. Let me go just a little bit more on this one. I want to make sure I don't got them too tight, but I don't want to be too loose. I'm getting them just where I can feel the nuts starting to hit up against the frame. Okay, see, we still got some movement, but it's a little tighter. That'll work. So, that's that. Now, we ordered the new springs from Summit in. Just as soon as they come in, we'll put those new springs in and show you how to do that. We're probably going to have to rent a spring compressor. The good thing is you can rent that stuff from O'Reilly's, and it doesn't cost you anything. So we'll put them in there, and let's see what it does for the car. So when we get the springs in, should be in tomorrow, we'll finish this video.